Right, let's talk hockey. When we think about what makes an NHL team truly great, what comes to mind? Is it all about the shiny trophies and the championship banners, or is it something else? Something you can feel in the building every single night? We're going to dive right into one of the sport's biggest debates, dynasties versus diehards.
So, here it is, the big question. What really matters more in the long run? Is it that incredible once-in-a-lifetime moment of glory? Or is it that rock-solid, unwavering support that shows up no matter what the team's record is? Let's take a look at both sides of what makes a team legendary.
You know, before you can even dream of lifting the Stanley Cup, it all starts with the fans. They're the ones who fill the arenas, who buy the jerseys, who live and die with every single goal. They are the absolute lifeblood of the league.
And that gets us to this idea of fan loyalty. It's this incredible, unwavering support that doesn't just show up when the team's winning. It's the core of a team's identity. I mean, this is what literally keeps the lights on and creates that insane atmosphere that can push a team over the top.
Okay, check out this number, 21,420.2. What in the world is that? It's not a player's salary, it's not shots on goal. That is the average attendance per game for the NHL's top drawing team. Just think about that. That's the pinnacle of fan devotion.
And here's the list of the top 5. Now, seeing Montreal up top, not a huge shocker, right? They're iconic. But what's really interesting here is the mix. You've got these historic original 6 giants like Chicago, Detroit, and Toronto, right alongside a modern powerhouse like Tampa Bay, who've built this massive fan base on their recent string of championships. It's this perfect blend of old-school loyalty and new-school success.
And this right here, this quote about the Detroit Red Wings, this says it all. Get this, they haven't made the playoffs since 2016, and yet they are still 4th in the entire league in attendance. That is insane. It's proof that for the real diehards, loyalty has nothing to do with a recent winning record. The passion is the point.
But look, all that energy, all that passion from the fans, it's not just for show. For the players, for the organization, it's the fuel. It's what powers that long, grueling grind towards the one thing everyone is chasing, the ultimate prize in hockey. Which brings us to the other side of the coin, the relentless, all-consuming pursuit of the Stanley Cup, a journey that is filled with the absolute highest of highs and, well, the most soul-crushing lows imaginable.
And the line between agony and ecstasy is razor thin. On one side, you have the heartbreak. Franchises like Buffalo, Vancouver, San Jose, teams with passionate fans who have been so close but are still searching for that first cup. And on the other side, you have the legends, the championship dynasties that didn't just win, but defined entire eras of the sport.
So, what even makes a dynasty a dynasty? What separates a one-hit wonder from a legendary team? It's so much more than just winning it all one time. We're talking about a sustained run of dominance that gets your team's name etched into hockey history forever. 5. Just look at that number. 5. That is the all-time record for the most consecutive Stanley Cups ever won by one team. A streak of absolute perfection that, honestly, seems almost impossible to pull off in today's NHL. And these are the Titans who did it. The Canadians, who did it not once but twice, first with that untouchable record of 5 straight, then again with 4 in a row in the late 70s. And right after them, the New York Islanders came along and completely dominated the early 80s. That's what a dynasty looks like. It's undeniable, year after year excellence.
So okay, it feels like true greatness is this mix, right? You need the diehard fans and you need the championship banners. But that's all in the past. The real question for the league now is, how do you build a legacy that's going to last for the next 100 years? How do you find the next generation of diehards who are going to cheer for the next great dynasty?
Well, the answer is right here in our final section. It's all about growing the game, reaching out to new communities, and writing the next chapter of hockey's story. The game plan is pretty simple, actually. You have to expand the story. You can't just rely on the same old hockey towns. You've got to invite new communities to come in and fall in love with the speed and the passion of this game. And a huge part of that is reaching out to the global Hispanic community.
And hey, this isn't just some vague idea. It's actually happening. These are real headlines from the NHL's own Spanish-language website. We're seeing stories like Colombian pride on the ice and Puerto Rican hockey on the rise. The league is actively telling these new stories to connect with new fans, planting the seeds for the future.
I mean, this headline says it all. Hispanics in the NHL, a developing story. It's not a footnote, it's not an afterthought. It's being treated as an active, ongoing story. It's about building a future for this sport that's way more global and way more inclusive.
So how does this all circle back to our big question? Well, by creating these new fans and telling these new stories, the NHL is basically starting the whole cycle over again. These new communities are going to produce the next generation of die-hard fans who will one day, hopefully, get to watch the next great hockey dynasty rise.
So, we end right where we started. Which legacy is truly greater? The incredible fleeting glory of a dynasty, or the permanent, unwavering passion of the diehards? You know, maybe the real answer is that you can't have one without the other. They're two sides of the same puck, forever fueling the greatest game on ice.